Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tyler Austin, and today, um, we finally do some reviews of any pro wrestling they have. But in case you don't know, I finished watching WWE WrestleMania 38. I have to say, man, it was a great WrestleMania moment once again, cause I know it's get overhyped too much of it. Especially when y'all saw my reaction last time from um I think last Saturday, of course. It was very ridiculous, man. It's very ridiculous, and I have to say, um I have to say, man, it was a great WrestleMania because I think night one is better than night two, of course. So I guess I'm glad to say that night one has one of the most amazing moments so far. But in case you don't know, we're going to get right to the results for it, and we'll go for there. Now, there's no pre-shows on the WrestleMania, of course, so I guess I'm glad to go through with it. But but yeah, man. In case you don't know, we got the Usos versus Sensei Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Very fantastic, very good. Except one problem. Rick Boogs has like a knee problem. I believe his knee very injured. What perhaps so we're gonna pray for Rick Boogs for some speedy recovery, and hopefully he'll feel better for I don't know till the weeks, of course. So yeah, but this one for the Usos and Sensei Nakamura, Rick Boogs for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I'm gonna get this 8 out of 10. 'Cause I know the Uso is undefeated uh, of the WWE SmackDown Tag Teams Champions, and hopefully they will keep going, of course. So yeah. So yes. So next one is Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin, of course. I mean, still don't care about it, but I'm just gonna give this once again 8 out of 10 for Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. 'Cause I'm glad Drew won once again. And only that part was that Drew McIntyre, used his sword and cut the rope, man. Like, golly, man, that was insane. That just came out of nowhere, man. Oh boy. So we got The Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Rey and Dominic should have won. The Miz and Logan Paul are still the worst, but I'm glad The Miz Skull Crush finale Logan Paul, because we all know that Logan Paul was the most worst of all time, of course. But I think The Miz is less worse than Logan Paul because yeah. but but it's bullshit how this happens. So I was gonna give this 0 out of 10 because I mean who cares about Logan Paul because he's still the worst and all that along with The Miz. But but 10 out of 10 for The Miz Skull Crushing finale of Logan Paul for at the end, almost at the end, of course. So I'll give him that. But you know what's best is Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch for the WWE World Women's Championship. 9 out of 10. I am so glad that Bianca Belair has finally get the win for the WWE World Women's Championship. So I'm so glad, man, because nobody even wants Becky Lynch to win because all the bullshit that happened last year at SummerSlam. And I have to say, man, that's the only problem because you can't book it right when you know that it would have gone beyond worse. What if Becky Lynch would win, and somehow it would get worse than worse? Because Becky Lynch doesn't need a title for the Raw Women's Championship or the SmackDown Women's Championship unless it'll happen sooner or later. In case it would, that's how it could. Because we always seen the same match over and over again for Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch at the same time. I guess not, but yeah, man, I'm so glad that Bianca Belair won the title. I hope she defended as long as she can. As long as someone book it right, I'm fine with it. Maybe Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley would go against Bianca Belair. I hope so. I'm glad that Becky Lynch is no longer a WWE Raw Women's Championship. Thank God, because I don't want to have to see her again, because it's getting so irritated. And, stuff like that. Oh, man, the other one, the best one so far, is Cody Rhodes versus Steph freaking Rollins. I was so shocked. If y'all saw my reaction, I was so shocked that Cody Rhodes was in WWE. He finally returned after years, man. Years after years. And I mean, I haven't seen Cody Rhodes for like a month or so. But I'm glad Cody Rhodes had returned at the WWE. As you can see, I think he kept the American Nightmares gimmicks, of course, because I believe that's how the show start on at the AEW. I'm glad I'm glad it happens, because that was a great match for Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. We'll be able to see Cody Rhodes and Seth once again. Probably so, maybe or maybe not. I think it'll be very interesting. I think it'll be very interesting because, in case you don't know, that if you remember, Cody Rhodes, his brother Goldust, fight against the Seal. Y'all remember that? Cause I think it happened a long time ago. I believe at 2014. I think, or 13. I can't remember, but yeah, cause Cody Rhodes and Goldust were fighting for their lives to trying to save the career for, and that's how it happened, man. That's how it happened, and I'm glad that Cody Rhodes returned, man. A lot of people, I'm gonna say that one for last, so yeah. Oh man. Sorry. Oh, I forgot. For Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I'm gonna give this one 10 out of 10 for the mess of the night, because that shit was amazing for Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins for that one. I hope I see it again, man. Oh yeah, and Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch, 9 out of 10. Cause I'm still glad that Bianca Belair won the WWE Raw Women's Championship. So next is Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. 0 out of 10, because Charlotte Flair needs to fucking lose. Cause I'm really fucking sick and tired of Charlotte Flair that keeps overrating to still defend the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Nobody even wants Charlotte to win the. Nobody even wants Charlotte Flair to win the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I know a lot of people get sick and tired of her. And it's bullshit. It's still bullshit. Like, come on. Like, get Ronda Rousey to win, or I mean, I wish Bayley would come back. I think Bayley would come back. I hope so, man, because I don't know, man. I just wish. I totally wish it, man, but yeah, man, like us, but I think that's the same thing that Tony Storm left the WWE because it's the same bullshit that's been going on. Cause it's a terrible booking for Charlotte Flair to defend the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't know, man, cause it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Just give it to Ronda Rousey or Bayley. Well, I wish she could come back. I hope so. I just wish. Cause there's no other options. Just trying to, you know, trying to defeat Charlotte. There's no other options. Cause Charlotte's freaking cheated. She cheat the whole time. Even though, I don't know, man. It's still bullshit to me. Let's just hope Ronda Rousey would try to get her rematch once again. Probably soon. Because I think we're going to have to wait till SummerSlam, I think. I guess so. We'll see. But 0 out of 10. Don't care about this stupid ass match for Charlotte Flair because she just don't know what to lose. She has to lose because otherwise it's gonna waste everybody's time with Charlotte Flair with the title belt. It's gonna waste everybody's time. So 0 out of 10, and yeah. But we save best for last. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kevin Owens. Right before the KO show, Kevin Owens has challenged Stone Cold Steve Austin for the no host bar, which leads to Stone Cold Steve Austin's last match. And I have to say, man, that shit was crazy. I'm so glad to see Stone Cold Steve Austin once again. One of my childhood favorite, man. Like, golly. I really, 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 really miss Stone Cold Steve Austin over 19 years. 19 years. And I have to say, man, I hope for 20 years, I hope they will be an anniversary of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Maybe for that, I can say that one up for over next year. I really hope so, because that shit was crazy. But more crazy that Stone Cold Steve Austin still got it. Like, I know he's old, but he can still pull it off. I ain't gonna lie, man. After that win, you start stunning everybody, including I forgot what his name. It's from the announcer. It's from the commentary. I totally forgot what his name is, but yo, it was crazy, man. That's why I like about Stone Cold Steve Austin that much, man. He's part of my childhood hero, along with The Undertaker. Also, shout out to The Undertaker won the Hall of Fame. Yo, Vader, Sharmell, and Shad, and the Steiner brothers. It's so great, man. That's what I like about these type of pro wrestling, man. They know how long of you wanted to be in the Hall of Fame. I just wish I would become part of that one, because I'm so glad that, man. But I'm gonna say for Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens and Noah's Bar match, definitely 10 out of 10, man. Cause that's another the match of the night. Because even though that Stone Cold Steve Austin is getting old, but he can still fight. He can still fight. Unless he, well, unless he doesn't push any further. But I'm glad, I'm glad Stone Cold. And also, it was funny that Kevin Owens is gonna is gonna be in jail at the Texas at the Texas jail or country prison, I believe. So we don't know how long. We don't know how long Kevin Owens is gonna be in prison for last, of course. It's so funny, man. It's so funny. But night one, I'll give this one probably 9 out of 10 because it was a great. It was almost as great as um Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. It was great, man. It was very great. But now we're gonna move on to night two. We got the Arcade Bros versus the Street Products, and versus Alpha Academy for the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. And I have to say, it's not that bad once again. Not that bad. And even though, I mean, I only wish that Street Pie would win the Raw Tag Team Championship. I guess so. But I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Once again for the Arcade Bros, retain the title one, and I mean, I was hoping that Street Fighter would win once again to becoming the new Raw Tag Teams champions. I mean, I'm okay with it. Bobby Lashley versus almost. I think the mockery of Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant of it. I think that's how it happened, I guess. Well, that's how this starts because you see it's Bobby Lashley as Hulk Hogan and you see almost the Andre the Giant. Which just makes sense because I don't know, but it was a great match. So I'm just gonna give this 7 out of 10. I believe it was a great one. I'll give him that. It's weird that Bobby Lashley's a face now. I not know he's a baby face. I mean, without MVP, I guess he's doing all right on his own, so that's okay. Oh man, here's the fun one: Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. Anything goes. That was a fun match. Very, very fun match for Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. I know about Johnny Knoxville since I was a kid. I used to watch Jackass when I was a kid, man. Like, they're like funny as hell. But only out then, it was funny right now because as a kid, man, growing up, man, you just feel like you know something. You know something's up your sleeve for Johnny Knoxville. And Sami Zayn gets slammed, land right to the mouth trap. Ooh, that would have hurt. Especially, man, you would have felt that in the morning. I mean, the mousetrap do still hurts because it reminds me of like, for the deathmatch wrestling, of course. Oh man, only that would happen. Only that would happen. So I'm gonna say another match of the night is 10 out of 10 for Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn as well. That was a funny, fun match. Greatest match that I've ever seen. But another greatest match is Sasha Banks, Naomi versus Queen Selena, my bad. Selena, Carmella, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Natalia, and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And that's a 9 out of 10 because I know I was right. I know I was right because Sasha Banks and Naomi needs to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Cause I already know that was gonna happen, and I'm so glad that man it like like finally Sasha Banks is coming out of the losing streak. I hate when Sasha Banks get the lose streak on WrestleMania. It just get worse and worse, man. Cause there's no way that it would happen for Sasha Banks and Naomi as well. But I'm glad Sasha Banks and Naomi win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship for the first time, man. Like, thank goodness, man. I'm so glad. Ooh, I can't wait to see more of Sasha Banks and Naomi with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. But yeah, man, 9 out of 10 for her. Alright, almost done here. We got Edge versus AJ Styles for the first rematch, man. I was crazy. Or you can say the Dark Edge, or Dark Side Edge, how you want to call it. Now that was a good match. I'm not gonna lie, another match in the night. Because after all this time, I know AJ Styles since from TNA Impact, like he wants to make this dream match come true. Maybe it would be Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Christian Cage, Sting, Jeff Jarrett, of course, Rhino, and probably Abyss, man, cause Shinsuke Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, I had to say, man, AJ Styles has put one hell of a good match for Edge, cause that's the only reason why. If you want to find your dream match of it, you just have to make sure that you have to make your dreams come true in order to help your wrestler make your dream come true. So, and the funny thing is, right after the end, Damian Priest came out of nowhere, and I did not know that Damian Priest was out here. And I believe he's helping Edge. Does that mean it could be a new blood? A new brew? Or a blood? Well, I don't think it's blood, but a new brew? Because we haven't seen the brews for like a year. You know, we got Edge, Christian, and Gangrel as well. Probably one of the best brews of all time, but are we going to see the new brews? Or the new Ministry of Darkness? Or they could combine together and perform the brews of darkness. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be so cool. But I'm gonna say 10 out of 10. Another match of the night for Edge versus AJ Styles. But I think AJ Styles should have taken a win, I guess. But I'm okay with Edge win. That's okay. Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus the New Day. Worst match. Worst fucking match. Make no goddamn sense why Pete Dunne named books and why this happens. He should not be involved in this match. Like, it should be Sheamus and Ridge without Bush versus the New Day. Because that's the problem. It always a messed up situation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the problem. It's not gonna be broke, and it's not gonna be fixed. Not both at the same time. So 0 out of 10 for Sheamus and Rick Holland versus the New Day. Just terrible. A terrible match. Which yeah, man. There's two things. We got Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory, but with Mr. McMahon versus Pat McAfee. And this is crazy because I did not know that Mr. McMahon is still wrestled for no reason. Like, what? You got to be kidding me, man. Like, oh. Like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way that Mr. McMahon can wrestle like that. Like, he's old. Like, seriously? Wow. But they save it because, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin is here one last time for Mr. McMahon. One last time. I mean, even though they're old, man, I miss one of these days. Oh, man, back in Attitude Eras. Jeez, no wonder. But I have to say, Pat McAfee is one hell of a good wrestler. I'm not gonna lie, cause for me, if I ever wanted to make my dream come true as a wrestler, along with commentary as well, I mean, it could help, I guess so. But I have to say, man, it's good. It's good to see Pat McAfee defeat Austin Theory, because Austin Theory was a total prick, and I don't know how, but yeah. So the first one for Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory, I'll go with 9 out of 10 because I'm glad Pat won. I did not know he was gonna win. Well, wrestling 9.5. 9.5 out of 10, of course, just in case. So, yeah. But for Mr. McMahon versus Pat McAfee is a 2 out of 10 because there's no way that OS Mr. McMahon can wrestle still. Like, there's no way. But at the best for last for Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's still 10 out of 10 because I'm so glad that we have to see one last time for Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mr. McMahon. But the only thing is that the worst sells for Mr. McMahon is like when he was flying back and thought it was going to Stunner. Oh man, Mick Foley. I saw a Mick Foley video. He was laughing like, oh my god, that was hilarious. But it was 10 out of 10 for the one last time for Stephanie McMahon. I mean Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mr. McMahon. My bad. I just my tongue slipped. But that was a great one. But we save it best for last, cause we got Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Winner takes all for the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship. I have to say, they should have made this match longer than I suspected to make this match even longer because I don't know. Maybe they need to rush it once again, or no. I don't think it will. I mean, I don't think they're gonna rush it. Not until then, because the only reason why, because I don't know. Maybe they want Roman Reigns to win, but there's no blood. There's no blood to the main event. But I'm glad Roman Reigns. I'm glad Roman Reigns won the Universal, the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship, of course. Cause it makes sense because if you don't know that Brock Lesnar um beat Roman Reigns not once but 3 times, I think. Or is it 4? I forgot. And I mean it does make sense because even though that he wants payback for everything that he's done, and I have to say, it's not that bad. So I guess, like I said, they should have made this match longer and made even bloodier. So I guess not. Will we be able to see Roman Reigns with the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship? Probably not, because the problem is his I think his shoulder was I think his shoulder is injured, cause I don't know how long Roman Reigns going to defend the title for it. I mean, we don't know how, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go for Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar through a 7 out of 10, I guess, because they should have. No, actually, make it like 5 out of 10 because they should have made this match longer and bloodier for it. I mean, I don't know how they rushed it or not, soever, I guess, but I think it's okay. I guess a little bit decent, but I'm okay with it. So night 2, I guess I'm gonna put 6 out of 10 for night 2. I believe night 1 had already run, so yeah. But yeah, yeah, man. That's it. That's it for WrestleMania 38 because oh shit, my bad. Because next WrestleMania we are going to Los Angeles. Yes, You know what? You know what I should do? I should go. I should go to Los Angeles because I wanted to travel around the world. I wanted to travel for the first time. That I wanted to, to go to the WrestleMania for the first time, and I only wished it would happen sooner or later. So yeah, man, it'll be my first time. It'll be my first time going to WrestleMania and watch it because it'll be so cool. But first, I'm actually gonna go to Monday Night Raw, which is this month. Yeah, I think it's this month because it's gonna happen at Detroit, Michigan. I'm actually gonna watch it because I'm actually gonna take a break for I don't know how long. Um, what else? Oh yeah. AEW is coming to Detroit, Michigan as well, which I believe, at June. So I believe the summer will come until then. So I guess I'm very excited about it because it's gonna be my first time ever going to, you know, the Monday, for many pro wrestling stadiums that totally weird that I would go there a long time ago because in case you don't know, it was WrestleMania 23 at Detroit, Michigan. I did not know that it was going to be there. Along with Royal Rumble at 2009, I guess. I think so. Yeah, I think it's 2009. In case I forgot. But yeah, man. Um, but yeah, that's all I can take from. So the next review is gonna be WrestleMania Backlash over at next month on May, of course. I still don't know why it said WrestleMania Backlash. It should have said Backlash because WrestleMania Backlash, it doesn't make sense. I think. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know, man. But woo, man, I'm almost out of breath. Hold on. Woo-wee, man. But yeah, man, that's all my reviews for the WWE WrestleMania 38. Cause it was a great, man. It was a great WrestleMania moment once again, just like last year. Very good WrestleMania moment. But yeah. Oh, before I go, I have a message for some toxic fans out there. If you know what I mean. Some toxic negative fans out there. So yeah. By the way, before I do, I just want to let y'all know I'm actually gonna be taking a break for I don't know for a week and a half because I don't know it's gonna be spring break, but I will be back sooner or later because man, I just have to say I want to thank y'all for y'all support because I couldn't have done this without you. We made it to 1,000 subscribers, and I was wondering y'all can help me reach 2,000 subscribers for it, just in case. If I ever wanted to, get more subscribers, of course. And hopefully it happens, man. But yeah. So before I go, I have a little message for the toxic and negative fans out there that doesn't understand the whole thing. So